Hey guys, welcome to GR Sportscards Chronicles. Today, I'm going to be doing a mail bin, first mail bin of the month, and I'm also going to be doing an SGC reveal. So I went ahead and sent them in some cards to SGC, and I wanted to give them a try. This is my first submission to SGC. Pretty quick turnaround. So they're running a little bit late. I would say maybe 35 days or so turnaround time from shipped out to receiving. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the mail bin. All right, so first we have the 1989 Topps Traded Ken Griffey Jr. in a Gem Mint 10. This is one of the iconic Ken Griffey rookie cards that everyone sought when they were growing up, especially me. So definite card for the PC, really nicely centered. So that's the 86 Topps Traded Ken Griffey. Next up, I got a really good deal on these 2019 Topps Series 2 Pete Alonso rookie cards in Gem Mint 10s. So I ended up getting two of these. They're fairly cheap right now. I think the average is about 60 bucks or so, although they've gone up recently. So I wanted to go ahead and pick these up. I have, I believe, one extra one that's going out for grading, but got a pretty good deal on these two. So wanted to pick those up before the season started. All right, next up. This is the, let me take this out of the plastic here. This is the 1997 Ken Griffey EX 2000. So this is a card that actually Rated Rookie picked up. I saw it on his Instagram, and it's a beautiful card. These EX 2000s are tremendous cards. This card is the base. They also have a Credentials, which is a more limited print run card, and that one is very expensive. I think that Ken Griffey Jr. Credentials card is probably around a couple grand or so. But I got a really good deal on this base card. It's a totally beautiful card. So I wanted to pick this up, and probably most likely we'll be sending this in for grading after I check it out. But nonetheless, it's a really nice card. All right, next up. This is a card that has eluded me for a while. The 89 iconic Upper Deck card number 1 Ken Griffey Jr. The rookie stars in a SGC 10 Gem Mint 10. So the story with this card is that basically I was looking at getting a PSA 10, and so the PSA 10s have been exploding in value. I mean, I think about 6 months ago or so, you can get a PSA 10 for about 400 bucks, maybe in the 300s. But in the last, I would say 2 to 3 months, the price just kept going up. And I saw some sales in the 700 and 800 range, and then buy it nows and in eBay were currently at around $1,000. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I was looking at a alternative. I didn't want a BGS 9.5. Not crazy about the slab, the way it looks, and then just, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So I went ahead and took a look at the SGC, specifically a SGC Gem Mint 10, And I saw this card, and this card was half the price of what people were seeking for a PSA 10. So, I mean, it's completely ridiculous. And I wanted to get a Gem Mint 10 version of this card. So I went ahead and I pulled the trigger on this SGC version, and it's definitely a 10. I mean, it's 50-50 centered, 4 sharp corners, edges look great, no surface issues. I mean, it's a beautiful card. So definite PC card here. That's the 89 Upper Deck, Ken Griffey Jr. Then I picked up 2 raw cards. I picked up this is the 2018-2019 Donruss Optic base card, Luka Doncic. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Fairly well centered, so I'll probably maybe top to bottom's a bit off. Might get a 9.5 on this, but I'll definitely be sending this off to SGC for grading. But overall, looks like it's in pretty good shape. And finally, so in a previous video, I spoke about the Hoops Giannis. I thought it was a very underrated card. And I ended up getting the base. But I wanted to get the gold version as well. So this popped up. And I went ahead and grabbed it. It's in pretty good shape. I'm going to take a look at it under scope later on. But edges are pretty good. I would say maybe a little bit of white there. Corners are in really good shape. Centering is off left to right. So this is probably a 9 if I were to guess. But I'll go ahead and take a look at this. The golds are not numbered, but they're definitely limited in print run. So wanted to grab this before this explodes as well. I mean, this could easily be a $500 card at any moment. If the season was continuing and we were rolling into the playoffs, I think this card would probably be 500. All right, so that was the basic mail bin that I got. Wanted to pick up some Ken Griffey rookie cards. I think Ken Griffey cards are still underrated. One of the best players of all time. I mean, I would say, not including Albert Pujols, who's now in the 600 home run category, I would say Ken Griffey is probably one of the top 5 players of all time. Not including Barry Bonds and all those other guys that used performance enhancing drugs. Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and then Ken Griffey would be the 4th 600, 700 club home run hitter. All right, so that was the mail bin. And now I'm going to reveal the SGC submissions that I recently did. All right, first card, vintage. This is the 1952 Topps. Orestes Minoso, also known as Mini Minoso. Card 195. I got a VGX4. So this is pretty much what I expected. I was expecting a 3. 4 would have been nice. The card is in pretty good shape overall. It's got a little bit of wear on the corners there, the edges. This edge here has a little bit of wear. Not as bright as yellow as I wanted, but the card's a pretty old card, so this is the best version of this card that I could find. 52 Topps is one of the best baseball cards series ever made, in my opinion. So definitely beautiful card overall. So that's the 52 Topps Mini Minoso in a SGC 4. All right, Next up, this is the 1995-96 Fleer Metal Michael Jordan. This is an insert. It's the silver spotlight, and I got a 9.5. I'm really happy with this grade. Bought this raw, and there's a little bit of white down here in the corners. These foil cards are really hard to grade, but you know, overall for the age of the card, I'm really happy with the grade. As you can see, there's a little bit of white here, a little bit of white up on the top there and the edge there. But this is one of the best looking Michael Jordan insert cards in my opinion. And with the documentary coming out soon, these cards have shot up in value. So I have no idea what a 10 or a 9.5 goes for this card, but definite PC card for the collection. All right, next up, 2003-2004 Topps collection. This is considered the gold label Topps rookie card, LeBron James. This one got an 8. Now, I'm not sure why it got an 8. Centering is off a little bit, left to right. Yeah, there might be, I'll have to look at this in more detail, but there could be a slight bend on this edge down here. I may have missed. I couldn't find any problems when I looked at the card and sent it in, but yeah, there could be an issue with the surface, which I may have to look at. It kind of sucks because I was looking for a 9 or a 10 on this. Centering was good enough to get a at least a 9, if not a 10. So, but there may be an issue here down here on this edge of the card. I'll have to look at it in more detail and see what's going on. But these cards have also shot in value, so I'll have to take a look and see what the issue is with that card. So that was one of the disappointments of the order. All right, next up, this is the 2019 Topps. This is the Series 2 Gold out of 2019. Pete Alonso and a Gem Mint 10. Really happy with the results of this card. As you can see, SGC includes the serial number here on the front of the label, which is a really nice feature. But overall, really happy with this grade. Looks like a Gem Mint 10, so definitely a nice little hit there on the Pete Alonso. All right, next up is the 2018 Topps Series 2 photo variation. Gleyber Torres also got a Gem Mint 10. Beautiful card. The slab just is sick. I mean, the way it looks in the tux here is sick. I'm really happy with this card. It's a Gleyber Torres variation, action variation card. All right, next up. So I went ahead and submitted my 2020 Topps Series 1 rookies in this order. Did pretty well with the Galvin Lux cards. I think I got all Gem Mint 10s if I remember correctly. Yeah, not that difficult to grade. The only thing you have to worry about is the corners and the packs. Sometimes they get a little bit of white on them, so I tried to pick out the best looking ones and submitted those. So there's Galvin Lux in a 10. Here's another one in a 10. These are the base. And the third one, 10. Okay, Bo Bichette, 2020. So Bo Bichette, I don't know what happened, but I think I got 9.5s on both of these. And I'm not sure what the deal is, why that happened. I mean, to me, it looks like a Gem Mint 10. And I didn't really see any issues with the card overall. Yeah, they might have discounted. There's a little bit of white up there, but yeah, it's barely noticeable. So 9.5 on the Bo Bichette 2020 Top Series 1. And then I also sent in the gold foil version. Also got a 9.5. So it's something with the Bo Bichette. It's kind of weird. There is this on the bottom edge here, this effect that it looks like it's kind of peeling off here. That's normal with the foil cards. And I actually looked at a few of these, and they all had this same effect down here. So yeah, I think they're not supposed to discount that. So other than that, I mean, I think the card looks like a 10. I really didn't see any issues with the card. So, but I'm happy with the 9.5. I mean, that's fine. Okay, now this was the other disappointment. The Fernando Tatis, I got an 8. This is the close-up variation, the SSP 2020 Topps Fernando Tatis Jr. Rookie Cup. I'm not sure what happened with this. There could be a centering issue. I'm going to have to go back and check, although I don't think there is. Other than that, I mean, it could have been a surface issue, which I missed, but I really don't see any problem with this card. If you guys spot anything, let me know. But to me, it seemed like a solid 9. I mean, at least, if not a 10. So I really don't see any issues with this card. I'll have to compare it online and check and see if it's off-centered or there's some other issue with it that I can notice. But that was the other disappointment. Everything else I was happy with. Here's a Galvin Lux variation. Short print. Got a Gem Mint 10 on this one. So overall, I did really well with the Galvin Lux cards. Here's the gold foil version. Got a 10 on that as well. So yeah, for some reason they're a little bit tougher on the Bo Bichette, and Galvin Lux cards all went through with 10s. So it's pretty interesting. All right, this is the 2014 Bowman Chrome Auto. Matt Chapman. I got a 10, Gem Mint 10, and an Auto 10. So pretty happy about this. Bought this raw, and it was pretty well centered. Corners were good, the edges were good. Didn't really see any surface issues, so went ahead and sent it in, and pretty happy about this result with the Matt Chapman. So that was pretty cool. And finally, happy with this card. This is the 2015-2016 Panini Revolution LeBron James. This is the first year release of the Revolution product. And I got a Gem Mint 10. Really happy about this. These full cards are really hard to grade. There's also variations of this card. which are more short printed. But this being the base version, I'm pretty happy with the result. So overall, really like the card, and then the slab looks sick. So all right, guys, so that was basically it. First SGC submission. Pretty happy with the results overall. I got it feels like I got more Gem Mint 10s with SGC than I did with PSA or BGS. I don't think I've ever gotten a 10 with Beckett. The one thing that I did though with SGC when I submitted the cards, I was a lot more stringent on the cards that I sent in, especially if they were if I had duplicates like the 2020 tops. I only sent in the best looking cards that I felt had a chance to get Gem Mint 10s. I don't know what happened with the Fernando Tatis Jr. That might have been an error on their part, but I'll have to go in and check that card out in more detail through the slab and see if I can find anything. Everything else, I had a wide variety of cards, everything from old vintage 52 tops to modern and everything in between. I'm pretty happy with the overall results of the grading. Like I said, customer service was awesome. The expediency in shipping, grading and shipping the cards back was I mean, it was probably the best I've ever experienced. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do another submission of a lot of cards. So I'm going to be sending that out soon, and I'll probably be getting back that submission in about 30 days or so, and I'll go ahead and reveal that as well. All right, guys, so hope you enjoyed the Mailbin and the SGC reveal. You know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and peace out.